thanks Claire for making me follow that brilliant speech. And, so, I feel really confident now. Okay, and also thank you to John, Dad. So, great speech. And firstly, ladies and gentlemen, me and my new wife. We'd like to thank you all for coming today. And I'm not going to keep this long because whilst researching this speech, I came across an old English folklore that said a groom's speech should only last as long as the groom does in bed. So, thank you. I think we should all say one thing, that Louise looks beautiful today, and I'd like everyone to raise their glasses to Louise. How beautiful she looks. Louise. And another one as well, how fabulous all the bridesmaids looked. Claire, Nicola, Fiona and Hayley. So I think we should, and Lefty. So we should raise our glass to them. Bridesmaids. Also, I'd like to thank the ushers who all tried their best. Guys, you're still on duty, so slow down on the drinks. Bloody useless. Just Paigey for being sort of 25 minutes late. Cool. Also to my little page boy Leo, who really cute on the day. Yeah. And also I'd like to just say thanks to Louise's parents, who all of Louise's parents, who did a brilliant job today. Kath and John and Julie, and then Neil as well. So they all look brilliant. But I'll come on to that a bit later. So, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who contributed to today. So thank you to Siobhan and Jane for providing the wine, what you're all drinking freely, especially this table over here. Really enjoying the free wine there. Yeah. So I'd like to say thanks to Ed for being the chauffeur today. He did, such a fantastic job. Thanks to Lawrence, who was Toastmaster. He's done a brilliant job. And also, all the chairs you're sitting on today, Lawrence tied the bow in the back of the brilliant, and that is beautiful. And not enough time to thank everyone, but you all contributed today, so thank you for that. I'd like to just take a second out just to say, obviously my mum's absent today, just to raise a glass to absent lost family and friends.
Tanita!
To my mum, and particularly I know my nan was looking forward to today, and she never made it, and also Louise's nanny Jones would have just really sort of been sort of out of her mind today. So we say thanks to her. Okay. Some of you travel from faraway places. So we got Steve and Mandy from Dubai. We got Shagan and Jane Burnham on sea. We've got the Brighton boys, Sai, Kev and Bernie over there. Yeah, keep reaching for that rainbow, boys. That's it. Yeah, be there. From Liss, which isn't that far away, but they think it's really far away. It's about 40 minutes away, but it's like bloody murder getting there, So, we've got to come from Liss, remember, guys? Yeah, okay. So, like that. Okay. Just a little bit about the venue and why we chose our wedding venue. Basically, it was our choice to get married locally. Because we wanted all the people who matter most to us to be with us, and you are all here today. Plus, me and Louise love this venue because we run around it every bloody day to try and keep them safe. I know most of you do in here as well, so obviously doing it. And all the tables as well are named after pubs in Colnbrook. So you've got things like the Red Lion, the Punch Bowl, historic pubs like the Ostrich as well, which is the third oldest inn in England, and my Aunt Shirley remembers when they were building it. remembers them laying the foundations there. You know.
Friends with Dick Turpin.
But, she said he was a lovely young man. He was a lovely young man. But we all wouldn't be sitting here today if it wasn't for Louise's mum and dad. I'd like to say just a beautiful thank you to Louise's mum and dad for producing such a beautiful daughter. Who's gorgeous. But also my mum and dad, who produced a great son. Steve. Let's go back to John and Kath for a bit. So, I think you can see what a great person Louise has turned out to be, and she's a credit to both of you. And thank you both for letting me have Louise's hand in marriage. Well, Louise did agree as well. It wasn't just John, come up to me and said, marry Louise. So they did agree. Louise's parents, I have to say, have always made me feel more than welcome, and that is one of the reasons why we're all here today. When I first met John, all I can remember is that no one can be that nice and that he was just being polite because it was the first time I met him. However, after 6 years of knowing John, I can confirm that he is actually that nice. And when I first met Kath, I thought it was obvious where... I thought, well, it's obvious where Louise gets good looks from, isn't it? And, I'm sure you all agree how beautiful Kath looks today as well. And, I can only hope that Louise looks that good when she is 39 as well. Well, Kath says she's 39, she's 39. She told Neil that. 39?
I'm not yet.
Oh, 1939, okay, sorry. Now to Louise. Okay. Gorgeous, beautiful, stunning, sweet, kind, funny, intelligent, stylish, creative, athletic, considerate, affectionate, sensitive, and clever are all some of the words that I would use to describe myself. But Louise, you look stunning and gorgeous today. I thought I met Louise in the gym, but when I introduced her to Shergang said, no, you didn't meet Louise at the gym. You met her at nursery. Sunday school, not nursery, Sunday school. Because he produced some pictures of me and Louise when we were about 6 years old at Sunday school together. And that always rang true with me, because I can remember at Sunday school that there was this little blonde girl who was always trying to kiss me and hold my hand. But more worryingly, I always remember that little blonde guy had a little brother as well. He was always trying to kiss me and hold my hand. And it wasn't until probably about 16, 17 years later that I met Louise again. I remember the first time I ever saw Louise. I walked into the gym and thought, wow, that is the most beautiful girl in the world running on the treadmill. And I didn't have the balls to talk to her, so I went to talk to Louise on the other treadmill instead. I remember saying to my good friend Neil there how beautiful Louise was, but I couldn't catch her eye. I used to look at her, and I saw her car pull up one day, a little sports car, what she had. I used to think she was like the bee's knees from an Indian. So there was this little Gavin used to look. Well, it was basically a water fountain outside of the female change room. So I saw Louise go in there, and I thought, okay, all right, here it is. I'll just loiter out here for a bit. Pretend I'm getting a glass of water. Pump the guns up, glass of water with the guns like that. Yeah, right. So I was like, okay, door open. Louise come out. Thought, all right, here it is. Right, how you doing? And Louise just walks straight past me. Yeah, and I felt like Superman in Superman 2 where he lost all his powers. Just couldn't do nothing. And he got beat up by that guy in the bar. You'll remember that, yeah. And that's what it was. And I was like, oh, God. And I didn't see Louise again for months. And I said to Neil one day, I said, I wonder where that Louise Coaker is. Where is she? And Neil went, oh, she's travelling. I went, how do you know? He went, I talk to Louise all the time. You know, I was like, oh, right, okay. But all good things come to those who wait. I remember being in a meeting once, and there was one of the trainers there who said, I've got a fitness test to do now. I said, oh, who's that with? He said, oh, someone called Louise Coaker. I went, don't worry. Leave this to me. Superman had his powers back. So I remember Louise was 5 minutes early, sign of things to come. I remember her striped jumper she wore quite vividly, because it had a hole in it. So I was still a bit mad that she ignored me. So I asked her to jump onto the weighing scales. 15 stone, 10 pounds. I said, please take off your shoes. It must have been a really long day because her feet stunk. Then we basically just talked for ages, and I thought, wow, this girl is really nice, but it's so obvious she just wants to be friends. But I didn't know to this day she used to go home and tell Barry how fit I was and how she actually after weeks of After weeks of Louise going to the gym, I eventually bumped into her in a nightclub and I asked her for a number. Later that weekend, I asked her if she'd like to go out for a drink. So I texted her, I said, would you like to go out for a drink? And the text message I got back was, what for? I was like, okay, cheers. So we arranged to go for a drink in Windsor, and Barry picked us up. And on the first day, Louise said them two things what every guy wants to hear. That she's not interested in kids or marriage. As you can see, she's the woman of her word. And one thing I noticed instantly about Louise is that how many friends she had and how they would all confide in her. So, I know all your private lives basically. Everyone in here, so don't worry about this. And one of the things I loved about Louise is that, as everyone knows here, she's straight talking. One of our first dates, we went out for a meal, and Louise said she was vegetarian. And I said, why? And I thought I was going to get like some answer about like sort of animal cruelty and like sort of, you know, animal rights and everything. But her answer was simple. She said, I don't like meat in my mouth. What? Fair to say it's not true because we won't be able to.